Football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On play action, Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 15 yards is the pickup there. And the drive starting very nicely. First down.
The Carolina Panthers picked up Tommy Tremble in the 3rd round from Notre Dame. This is a tight end with terrific upside. A tremendous blocker. Now showing good hands on that catch for a first down.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And no room to maneuver there. Give them a yard up to the 47. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down. Here's Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Touchdown, Vikings! Irv Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back
on. On 2nd down, it's Cook. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
play action. Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. Oh, nice move. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Dancing away at the 35. Fights through and now a crease. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A couple of former Jets. Darnold and Anderson, first down Carolina.
Robbie Anderson makes a nice catch there for a first down. Now in his second year with the Panthers. But he has a history with Sam Darnold, his new quarterback. They played together with the Jets in Darnold's first 2 seasons, 2018 and 2019.
Darnold gets this to McCaffrey, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
One of the more productive and durable players up until last year. Remember, in 2019, 116 catches, which was an all-time record for NFL running backs. Trying to come back from an injury-filled 2020, just 17 catches on the year. Sure is great to see him back on the field doing his thing.
A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. Throwing again is Darnold. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, McCaffrey. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. These two teams all tied after 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Darnold from the gun. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown Panthers. Robbie Anderson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Keneduagu now out of his end zone, and there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On second down, it's Cook again. Cook able to escape, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. Cook able to escape. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down now, it's Cook. They find some open field here. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Cook. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run for it with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Flush, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Panther first down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Darnold completes it. Got some real estate inside the 30. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. There's Trimble, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
We play to win.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
On the ground, McCaffrey trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold, escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Play fake, Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Play action now. Cousins. Buying time to his left. Space to run past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Cousins. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now a 2nd and 6. At the Panthers' 14.
So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Each team making their final preparations for this 2nd half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. 2nd half action underway. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Play action. It's Darnold. He'll buy some time right. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's good for 28 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Darnold. It completes it once more to Anderson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 7-yard line.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, Cook.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal shut it down for 2 yards or less, that's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On play action, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Now Cousins. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brian Burns providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Here comes Erickson. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold. That caught by Trimble. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Now Darnold. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
Oh, a terrific play there by Harrison Smith. And one thing you always get comfortable with going into a game, his smarts and his ability to be around the ball. He tied his career high with 5 interceptions last year. Another one goes to his total.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 15-yard line.
Now Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Give. This is Cook. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Erickson now to return. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. Breaks through the contact. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Good to net him 23 and a first.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the map there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Cousins. Completes it to the fullback hand. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Cousins. And he completes it to Westbrook. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Cousins. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Brian Burns in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Vikings 21.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Off of play action, Darnold. Eluding the press, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. 23 yards, the final tally. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Incomplete. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree. Matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them. Took